This is CNN, the world's news network.
A Philadelphia man is now free after more than a dozen years behind bars, and despite many indications over those years that the evidence didn't hold up. This was the scene when my colleague Jake Tapper, who's championed C.J. Rice's story for years, first met Rice outside of prison. Jake was made aware of this injustice by his father, who was once Rice's pediatrician. Philadelphia authorities had charged Rice with attempted murder. Jake's dad said that he knew from medical records that were never introduced at the trial that Rice could not be the man responsible. Rice had a shattered pelvis at the time, but the suspect was seen running away, which Rice would not have been able to do. Tapper spoke to Rice about this moment.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you, Jake.
You've spent almost 13 years in prison. How does it feel to be out?
It feels amazing.
You said the air tastes sweeter.
The air tastes sweeter. The sunshine different. It's a different warmth. To feel the sun as a free man, that's... Can't put it into words.
So these letters from my dad, did you look forward to getting them?
I did.
Yeah?
I did. Like a lot.
Really?
Yeah, because it's a constant. So you get used to constants in jail, but most of them are demeaning or not so personal. But a letter with ink on it from somebody on the other side of the wall, that's personal.
Yeah.
That makes you feel human. The care and concern that your father had for me was genuine.
My dad always says that we don't have a justice system, we have a legal system, but there's no justice necessarily.
I can attest to that. I can attest to that.
And Jake Tapper joins me now. I mean, you've spoken with C.J. Rice, since now. How is he dealing being outside? I mean, it's just got to be after so long dreaming of this.
He's, very, very happy to be on the right side of the wall, as he puts it. He's still getting used to it. He's also, while grateful, he's also, as one would understand, kind of annoyed and aggrieved with a system that stole more than 12 years from him for a crime he did not commit and for a crime that the district attorney's office today acknowledged there was very little evidence against him, not enough to prosecute him. And yet he went away in 2011 chiefly because he had a really bad attorney.
And this all started with the letter from Rice to your dad, who, as you said, has known him since before he was accused of attempted murder when he was a kid. I just want to play some of the conversation you had with your dad, Dr. Tapper.
Tell me about the first letter CJ wrote to you from prison.
He wrote me, and he was very polite, Dear Dr. Tapper, could you please do me a favor and see if you can get the medical records from Jefferson's Hospital from 2011.
This sparked years of correspondence between you two.
And I would still be writing him now, except he's not locked up.
Right. And I know from being your son that these letters became important to you.
Yes, I would look at his letter and then figure out what I was going to say in reply to him. He's a fantastic writer. He's very bright, and I've shown you and other people his writing. And when I tell people who wrote what they were about to read or who wrote what they just finished reading, they're amazed.
He also wrote about how tough it is being a poor black kid growing up in South Philly, which spoke to you because that's your practice.
He grew up walking distance from the office at 5th and Reed, and that's the neighborhood that I practiced in for most of the 48 years that I was in South Philadelphia.
This is one of the reasons why you chose to practice medicine where you chose to practice medicine.
Yeah.
To help these kids.
It's so nice seeing you talk to your dad. How is he doing tonight? How is he feeling about all this?
I mean, he's even more pissed off than CJ, to be honest. I mean, he's happy that CJ's free. He's happy that the district attorney's office is acknowledging the injustice. But here's a kid that my dad testified in his trial in 2013 and said CJ had been shot a few weeks before the crime that he was charged with and could barely walk, much less run. And yet the state or the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania still put him away, and he's still mad about it. And I understand why he's mad. A patient of his had 12 plus years stolen from him in a system that seems to primarily protect itself more than seek justice. And thankfully today, we had a district attorney in a district attorney's office here in Philadelphia, Larry Krasner and his team, and lawyers, Carl Schwartz and Amelia Maxfield and others, who were pursuing justice. But too often, as you know, Anderson, because we cover these stories all the time, the system seems invested more in getting arrests, getting convictions, than actually seeking truth.
And the DA's office said they did their own investigation before deciding to drop the charges against Rice. Did officials find anything more than that you didn't know about?
Absolutely, because they had access to all those recordings of courthouse phone calls. I mean, not courthouse, jailhouse phone calls that CJ made. And one of the things that CJ always argued was that when he turned in his phone, when he turned himself in after he'd been named as a suspect from a confidential informant, he turned in his phone when he turned himself in, and he figured that the police would get the phone records and see he was in West Philadelphia at the time of the crime, not South Philly where the crime was. But the police never did that. And he would plea for his incompetent attorney, please get the phone records. And she never did it. And what they heard, what the assistant district attorney told me they heard in these phone conversations that he had with his mom and others was CJ pleading with them, please get the phone records, and CJ having call after call after call with people trying to track down the phone because he was so convinced the evidence on that phone would prove he was not at the scene of the crime. And that's not what, according to this assistant district attorney I talked to, that's not normally what they hear when they listen in on these conversations. They normally hear people trying to concoct alibis, not people pleading for somebody to track down the evidence to prove the alibi.
Jake Tapper, congratulations, and our best to your dad as well.
Thanks, Anderson.